What's up? It's Keith Kalfas with the Landscaping Employee Trap. It's 2018. This is your time to get crystal clear about what you want and go for it and make it happen. And don't look back. If your mind and your heart and your intentions are lined up and you know what you want, I think that you should totally go for it. It's very important that you do. That's what I want to talk about in this video. I don't make a lot of videos a lot anymore because I've got a lot of stuff going on that I'm working on in my life and my own business that doesn't require walking around videotaping and making YouTube videos about it all the time, right? Same with you. There's a lot of stuff going on in life, and there's this little tiny sliver of time that we have outside of running, within running a whole life. It's a lot of stuff to, this little sliver of time that we have to make it happen. With this explosive rise of social media over the past 5 years, and even more so now, it's very easy to get stuck watching YouTube or being on Facebook or scrolling on websites or whatever it is. And I think it can become so unhealthy to the point where you wake up after a year and you go, oh my God, how much time did I actually piss away in 2017 or watching YouTube videos or consuming content versus, learning what you need to learn, creating an action plan, and then going out and doing it. So if you're spending too much time watching funny vlogs and videos or stuff like that, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but there comes a point where you can't eat anymore. You just want to vomit and vomit out pure action. Pure action and naivety, being naive. As long as you aren't assuming a whole bunch of liability, doing anything that's stupid, I think that pure action sometimes is the thing that can get you off of a plateau into the next thing. Even if you're a little bit scared, pulling the trigger on something and just saying, you know what, I'm going for this, and you do it. Looking back in hindsight, you say, wow, the smartest thing that you could have done was just pull the damn trigger and go for it. So that's what I'm talking about right here now. I literally could just end the video right here now. You know what pulling the trigger is? It sucks. Pulling the trigger means spending money on something you're afraid to spend money on. Because what got you here won't get you there. Or pulling the trigger means cutting out all the fat and blocking out chunks of uninterrupted time every Monday night from 6 till 9 p.m. I will shut off my cell phones, or all day on Sundays. You'll shut off your cell phones and let your family know that you're going to go sit out in your car in a parking lot for 4 hours in complete silence and stare at a street light until you can get to a quiet place or something, so you can begin to write your goals down, or so you can create a new system for your business, or so you can get shit handled that you really, really want to do. I'm going to be 35 in a few months. And to me now, in my 30s, it's so freakishly apparent that, oh my God, time is going by and, excuse me, it's freezing and dry. That it's actually scary as hell that, oh my God, the clock is ticking nonstop, and every minute that you spend not pursuing what your deepest life's purpose is and going after or taking the next step or getting the hell out of that hole and moving on with your life, or setting the healthy boundary with the person that you love that drives you nuts, or just finding out what the shit is in your relationship and solving it, or whatever that thing is for you, getting rid of that unhealthy thing that's draining and sapping of your energy, or that vampire person, or setting that boundary, or pulling the next trigger and saying, you know what, I'm doing this. Even if I fail, I've done all the math and got all the information I possibly can get. I've set a plan, and I've got to pull the trigger and just do this thing, because at some point you're just stuck, right? You're like, so I believe that the fear of being in a really crappy place one day and looking back and saying, damn, I had it made and I totally messed it up. That's very healthy too, right? To think that way. people are really smart now and smarter a lot faster. I was sitting down with my little nephew. My cousin Nathan. This kid's 17. I'm sitting down with him at Christmas dinner. And this kid's talking like he's like a 35-year-old stockbroker. I know he doesn't have the experience in life, but just to see the amount of information he's absorbed by being on the internet and how you can drown yourself to death with entertainment, or you can literally watch like Gary Vaynerchuk or Tony Robbins. You can learn and get a lot of information from a lot of good sources, and then go out and start implementing that and testing that in your real viable reality in testing around with getting results. That's so powerful what we have in front of us. And I think that to squander that and to piss that away and pissing away time just entertaining ourselves or playing video games is really, really stupid. Especially how, the time, fabric, space continuum is speeding up. Time is moving very quickly, and I always said this on my channel. David Data, author, said, lock yourself in a room with a notepad and a pen and do not come out until you know your life's purpose. I really am beginning to see in my own life that sometimes it's not an issue of how much ambition you have. It's not an issue of if you're lazy or not. It's just a clarity issue. The people that are getting the results that you want, or the reason you might not be getting the results that you want, is really an issue of clarity, because it doesn't take as much energy as you might emotionally feel like it does to get something done. It's more about just getting crystal clear about it. Like if you're bowling, I suck at bowling. I bowled a couple weeks ago, and all the pins are right there. And I did a test. I said, let me just throw the ball down the lane. I suck at bowling, but let me just throw the ball down the lane and see what happens and try. Okay, I did it, and I only hit like 3 pins. I said, now let me intently focus and block out everything else, and I am focused on that center pin. I don't even know if that's the right thing to do, right? I don't know. But I put my complete focus, and I got a strike. I knocked down all the pins. I was like, I'm not saying it's a for sure thing, but I noticed that it leans the chances in your favor a lot more, that you're going to knock down those pins or bust through those barriers or those walls when you get focused. But I think that the reciprocal of focus is finding out what fat is and cutting it. So you can say, what do you mean cutting fat? What I mean by that is paying attention and getting very objectional and observing yourself and your own negative habits. If you're sitting down and you notice you're scrolling through Facebook for like an hour, let a bolt of lightning go through your head and go, what the hell am I doing right now? I'm an idiot. Why would I do that? Because people go, I don't have any time. I don't have any time. Well, it's a really hard pill to swallow, but if you look at what you've done the last 2 weeks, and you've pissed away 7 hours in the last 2 weeks, surfing through YouTube videos on the net and drugging yourself with Facebook, or maybe going to the bar too many times or something, like, you had the time to get that thing figured out, but you didn't do it, right? So just that's loud. Just becoming more aware of that stuff and awareness, and then getting crystal clear about what you want. I think the more you get that, it starts to double up on itself. It's like a bell curve, and it quantifies, and you can get more and more clear a lot faster and start to go, wow, like I'm making progress now in what I really want. It's happening only because I just stopped letting all these other diffused things take my energy, right? If you're very diffused, you ever say, oh, you're trying to do too much stuff at once. Well, a lot of the entrepreneurs that I know, they're doing a lot of things at once, right? But they're not spread out so far. They're all like in a certain lane. Like, it's like 12 machine guns all kind of going in the same direction. And I believe that if you try to do too much at once in the beginning before you have any momentum, you're literally not going to get anywhere. all this stuff is hard to verbalize and talk about because I don't have the frameworks and structures behind it, but I just know it's becoming very apparent to me that all the stuff that just drove me insane when I was in my 20s, and I was really frustrated by it, is starting to come very clear to me now in my 30s. It's making me excited about later on in life. So, wow, if you get crystal clear, if you're in your 20s watching this, or you're even a teenager and you start getting clear, I'm so sorry. It's so dry in here. If you get, you know what? It is really dry, but I'm lying to you right now. I was around a friend and they had a cigarette. I'm like, let me have a cigarette, dog. And I don't smoke. And I took like literally just 3-4 puffs off of a cigarette and I put it out and now I'm coughing. I don't know why I did that. I'm an idiot. But I don't know. Just for the hell of it, I wanted to smoke a cigarette. and anyways, maybe that's why. But it is really dry in here. But like everything I've just said in this whole video is garbage. You're like, Kalfas is an idiot. He took a puff off a cigarette. It doesn't even make any sense, right? You're sitting there watching the video. I just ruined this whole video. Oh, God. You gotta be yourself, man. If you want to make YouTube videos, trust me, it ain't hard. I mean, it's not easy. You will not upload or erase a lot of damn videos in the process because you're so insecure about, oh, I can't put that on the internet. People are going to think I'm a moron. Whatever, dude. Okay, cool. Get crystal clear about what you want in 2018. Thanks for watching this video. Hit the like up, subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below, dog. And I'll try to upload more videos. Just been busy as hell. I love you. Peace.